Hello everybody, welcome to UKPM Survival and Outdoors here on YouTube, and in this latest UK Prepper Man video I will be taking you around the UK Summer Prepper Meet 2020. Stay tuned. So here we are, and yes, in this video I will be taking you around and sharing with you my trip to this year's UK Summer Prepper Meet 2020. It's a beautiful day. We're here on Ardeley, which is near Stevenage in Hertfordshire. I've been here probably for about the last hour or so. I've just got everything set up. Been to get some water. It's got a standpipe in the field. We're in Beards Oak this year, which has got a slight slope on it, but it's perfectly suitable. There's already a few people here already, which is nice to see. And today is Friday, so I'm here for the Friday night, Saturday night and Sunday night. So hopefully it'll be a good show. Let's have a look at the setup. So here is my setup for this year. Again, I'm using the Dutch Army 2-man ridge tent, simply because it's absolutely bomb proof. It's got the waterproof base, though judging by the sun beaming down on us at the moment I don't think we're going to be seeing that too much rain. Just give it a little bit of shelter because it's very hot. Just got the standard issue basher just put up in a configuration of sorts, because I've just had to bungee it onto the roof of the car. Now looks like I've probably put this up in 10 minutes flat, but some might say that is complete rubbish. So thanks to the 3 or 4 people who assisted me, we suddenly seem to get a little bit of few gusts of wind trying to put this thing up, so you've only got one pair of hands, but all good. I've bought a bit of kit to sell off this year, and I've got that down there. Obviously fire pit with wood, chair for somewhere to sit, as I say, it's nicely in the shade, little table on the go, beer on the go as well, of course. Got a Norgie food container, just keeping a few things cool. Obviously the water, which you just saw me fill up. Spare box there just because. Some of the kit's in the car because obviously I don't want to get everything out at the moment, because it is still quite warm. So that's the 72-hour bag, the Berghaus Crusader. So I've just got an additional pouch I've just put on the front of the house, just got water purification in there. I'm going to change it out for an olive patch at some point. And then the rest of the kit I've got in here at the moment as well. So black box there, that's all full of food, and just got some more beers there. And as you can see there, I've bought my airband radio with me this year, because I'm sort of getting into airbands. So I've got the airband radio aerial there as well. A little bit different this year. I'm trying to be healthy, so I've got a menu there for my meals to stop me from being too tempted. Mess tins, obviously, necessaries. I've got some porridge for breakfast, some couscous, a couple of Wayfarer meals that I need to use up, some sliced mushrooms which are going to go in with the steak tonight along with the peas, half of each, because I'm then going to be doing a curry tomorrow night, so the mushrooms and the rest of the peas are going to go into that. Got some rice cakes down there as well, just for snackies. Fruit, got to have Tabasco sauce. Some noodles as well, just some abdomen there. Peanut butter, as I say, I'm allowed to have that. And obviously more important, gash bags, because leave no trace as always. You know me by now, always have some black pepper on the go. What's that? Oh, there's a chicken curry for tomorrow night. Other things in here we've got at the moment, that's just a little admin box. It's got a few things in there, just cooking related, and more importantly, that's for the steak. So I've got the frying pan on the go, so I'll be doing that later on. So that's my setup, and no doubt you'll see a little bit more of that later on in the video. But right now, I'm going to have a little walk round, be sociable, and to get out of this comfy seat, so I'll catch you later. Oh, little lambs. There's loads of Land Rovers here as well. some really cool slogans. And some pretty amazing roof tents as well. Look at that one. So you join me underneath the basher because it is pretty warm at the moment and it's important to get some shelter, important to keep those hydration levels up. It is a compensation though because it means I can listen into a little bit of air traffic while I'm here. We are on a major flight path, so there's plenty about. So for anybody who's interested, the type of kit I'm using is a handheld radio scanner, which is a Yupitiro MVT 7100. It's an obsolete model because it's now more than 20 years old, in fact nearly 30 years old for that type of equipment. Made in the 90s and it's Japanese. If you want to get one yourself, I don't think you can unless you look second hand, but you can get up-to-date models ranging anywhere between £200 and £600 depending on the type of features you want and the power of the scanner itself. So it is a receiver, so you can't transmit for obvious reasons. And is it legal? Well, check it out yourself because the jury's still out. There was lots of comments about, it is listening into aircraft legal or illegal, but at the end of the day, you're not communicating, it's not causing really any sort of issue. You can get the frequencies in the common place, and even if you go to an aircraft display, they actually provide you with the frequencies so you can listen into the actual show on your scanner. So these things are commercially available, so it's not the same sort of thing as using amateur radio, and amateur radio is really about transmitting as well as receiving. So you need a radio receiver, and this is the one I'm using. I also have a base station as well, and one thing that is a good idea to invest in is an external aerial. Now I'm just using a pretty standard commonplace one which I've mag mounted onto the roof of the car. It's a wide range aerial, and it just means I'm going to get a clearer signal and an improved signal strength. So for anybody who's interested, that is the kit I'm using this afternoon, and I'll be using over the course of the weekend. So the coals are coming on nicely, and I'm going to be cooking some dinner. Tonight I'm having steak served with mushrooms and peas. It's a bit different to normal, but I'm on this health kick, so I'm trying to do it a little bit better. So I'm going to be cooking the steak in a non-stick frying pan as opposed to a mess tin like I normally do, because it will stick like the proverbial to a blanket, guarantee you. I'm using a cut of rump steak. It is lean, it's British steak, really good quality. And then I'm just going to do the mushrooms separately. Actually, no, mushrooms in with the steak, get some flavour to them. The peas separately, just heat those through because they're already cooked, and hopefully I should have a half decent meal. We will see. So I'm just warming up the pan there, just on the coals, just add in some oil. I'm just using olive oil just to really stop it from sticking. The last thing you want it doing is welding itself to the pan. Then I'm going to add in the steak. And that's what you want that nice sizzle. And then just leave it. Don't need to move it around too much. I'll cut that fat off before I eat it. Yeah, what you want is that nice sizzle when you put it into the pan. The last thing you want it to do is boil. And steaks like this will probably need, well, probably about 3 to 4 minutes depending on how you like it, it's very dependent on how you prefer to have your steak. So that side's done now, so I'm going to cook the other side, and then I'm just going to add the mushrooms in. Now I'm only using half the mushrooms and half the peas because they're going into another meal tomorrow. The mushrooms are in water, so we're just going to drain those as I'm putting them in, because otherwise it's going to make it awkward. I'm just going to add a little bit of oil in there just to get the mushrooms on the go as well.
Proper stuff.
Yeah, just going to add a bit of seasoning, a bit of pepper. There we go, have a go at flambe. Well, almost. Probably not hot enough. But it'll have the desired effect, and I'm just going to mix in the sauce, and then we're sorted. Well, I reckon we're done. So what I'm going to do is take the steak off, so I don't want it to overcook. Just finish the peas off, let the steak rest. Happy days. Just move the peas onto the... Move the peas off the simmering ring. Lovely. There we go, rump steak with mushrooms and peas. Done. Right, taste test. See you later.